I only wanted to go in the army for about a couple of years, you know. That's why I tried to enter K-Force, because we're only for 2 years. But anyway, when I got back, I got tangled up with a female, and I said, I've had enough of this army life, you know. I've done what I wanted to do. I achieved what I wanted to achieve, and I sort of met this bird. I won't go into detail about that. I went and met this bird, and I decided I'm not going back in the army. Finished. So I went AWL, and so I was living at my mother's place at the time, and so I had a knock on the door bloody about 6 o'clock one morning, and my mum yelled out, "Dave, he wanted at the door." So I come down, and there's these two big guys there, you know, and they said, Corporal Hughes, I was a corporal, mind you. I said, "Corporal Hughes?" I said, "Yeah." "Where you been this last few weeks?" You know, and I said, "Why?" "Well, you're supposed to be, you know, in camp and all this sort of stuff. You're AWL." I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm going to stay that way." I said, "I've had enough." And they said, "Well, you just get your clothes on, you're coming with us." So I had this motorbike, you know, and what am I going to do with my motorbike, you know? So I said, "Just hang on a minute." And I went out, and I just about, I took it off the stand, and I was going to clear out, you know. And I thought, nah, I better not do that. So I put it back on the stand and covered it up, and I went to these guys, and they took me to Royal Park, which is Parkville now, you know, and there was a camp over there, an army camp there. I went there, and I was locked up, and they said, yeah, I was locked up there, and they said, "What are you going to do? You know, what's your plans?" I said, "Well, as soon as I open the door, I'm gone." You know, I said, "I'm not going to. I've done what I wanted to do. I've served the time. Now I want to get out and start a new life again." And so I was court-martialed, and so I had to go to, you know, an army court. I was a corporal, so I got fined £10. I got fined £10 and reduced to the ranks. So that meant that I lost my stripes. I become back to a private again, you know. And I said, "But I want discharge." I said, and they said, "No, you're not being discharged." Okay. So they let me out, and I was meant to go back into camp. So I went into camp, and they had a back gate that you could get out. So I went into camp, back out the back gate, and away I went, you know. And anyway, this sort of dragged on for a while. And it was funny, I went to see a Carlton North Melbourne game at Arden Street. I walk in through the gates there, and there was a bar just up on the hill just inside the gate, and I walk up there, and lo and behold, who do I walk into but this Provo, you know, the cop. He was a detective, you know, with the SIB, the Service Investigation Branch. Mick Monaghan, I've never forgot his name. He's a nice bloke, but he said, "Oh, so we meet again." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Will you come with us?" I said, "No." And he said, "You know, you had good service, you've done this, and you know," and I said, "Mate, I've done what I wanted to do. I want to go to Korea," and that was my plan. Right from where I go. I want to go over there. I don't know why I want to go, but I wanted to go. I wanted to do something different, and I did. I've done that. I'm out. And they said, "Well, this is." I'll never forget this. He was such a nice bloke, Mick. He said, "Well, I can see you. You know, you're pretty serious about what you say." And I said, "Well, I am. I said, "I know." I said, "You take me back." I said, I'll go again, you know, you're wasting your time. So he said, okay, he said, well, fair enough. He said, just tell your parents, he said, if someone comes knocking on your door, just tell whoever it is, like if it's a servant, you know, army personnel, just tell them that Monaghan's been. That was to cover his butt, you know. Yeah, he was nice bloke anyway, Nick. So that was it. So I just went, and I didn't do anything more about it until many years down the track. Your sister got involved, and she wanted to know about what's going on with what was going on with my arm and leg. And I said, "Can you do me a favour, just right away and see if you can get my discharge?" And so it came back a dishonourable discharge, which fair enough. That's probably what I deserved anyway. But it's all, I don't know where it is. I mislaid it somehow. And she got all this. She got all my whole time from the first day I was in the army until the last day I was there. All this big stack of stuff. You might have seen it, did you? Yeah, yeah. But that told the whole history of the time I was in there about the MASH hospital and everything else. Yeah, and but I don't know what I'd done. Probably threw it out. I don't know.
So you don't have any regrets leaving that way?
No. The only regret I've got is that I didn't actually join the RSL. I would love to have done that. I'm a social member, but I've never joined the RSL as a return service person, you know. But I've got no doubt that, you know, I've got proof that I was there and all that sort of stuff. I was there. But anyway, that was another scenario, you know, to finish another phase of my life.